The Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
Here we go.
All right, welcome back, everybody, for episode 4.
Oh my, that's got a good ring to it.
Hey, as we
man.
get into it, let's have a moment of celebration.
Yeah,
Our first episode, episode 1, take 2.
yeah.
Episode 1, take 1 only had 6 viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1, take 2, over 1,000.
Yep,
How exciting is that?
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
We're in the 4-digit club.
That's
Oh,
right. That's
Got
right.
it.
We're coming for you, Joe Rogan.
Got it.
They just put a K after whatever number we're at now.
That's right.
That's a good feeling.
It is.
You got some mic issues
I
there?
thought my mic was off. 'cause
No,
I
no,
didn't
you're
quite
good.
hear myself in my phones, but that's okay. That's okay.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna do the old switcheroo.
Oh.
Left,
you-
right, left.
You think maybe you're
Nah,
hard
I
of
got
hearing
it.
in one ear?
You're 100% right.
Shut up.
I'm not lying, dude. My left ear can't hear crap. I don't know why. I don't know why.
That could explain a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
How about him?
Yeah. So what's crapping? What's happening? What's going down this week?
Well, post-Thanksgiving-ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Look at the table.
I mean,
All decked out.
I mean, and we even saved a spot there for our fans.
for our friends and family.
Yeah,
That's right.
Right there for us.
who
So,
Pull up a seat.
yeah.
Come on
in.
Yeah.
The water's warm.
That's right.
Better dab my brow here, John.
Yeah, you're the only one sweating for this.
Takes a lot of calories to be as badass as I.
That's right.
Let's pump the brakes on that talk. Well, shit, Smoke hosting us here at Smoker's Lounge. We got
Gotta love it.
everything set up. We
look good.
we look good. We got the festive decorations.
And I think I want to know. Hit us up in the DMs and the messages, or
Slide up in them DMs.
slide on in and let us know what you think of our props. Like, do you like it? I think I like it.
I
mean, it's
like
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been kind of in charge of that,
I like it.
and I think it's good. You
Well,
know?
until the Wondering Dutchman podcast Inc.
ink.
expands
Right.
to where we get a camera guy, we get a production
We gotta
guy.
get some people on staff.
Yeah, we really do, and I don't think our wives would volunteer for this.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no way.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, it just was something we got to consider.
Got it.
I think
But-
we just roll with it for now.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you have any strong feelings for or against, be sure to let us know.
for sure.
And we'll at least take it into consideration. Present it to the board.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
a vote.
The board
right.
of us three
Yeah.
Yeah, the board.
For now.
For now.
The board.
It may grow.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not accepting applications,
No.
but like all smart companies, we'll take like free interns.
For sure.
Maybe interns when the intern cycle comes up.
It's getting close to winter break.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was thinking summer when they're out of school, but you know,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why you drift
Swing
away.
it back. Swing it back.
Sorry.
He's used to singing, like being a big
Yeah,
belter.
you got to be away from it.
Yeah. But when we're talking, you got to
Gotta
be
be
in
close.
it. You got to be
Yeah,
in
kind of in it
In
tight.
it.
Yeah,
All up in it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I killed a deer.
you did?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
the
right,
damage in
that's
your
right.
vehicle looks tough.
No.
Ah,
Took her down the ethical way. Got
Orange
some-
Hat Brigade.
Yeah, baby. Got some fresh backstrap for the smoker. I think we're actually going to try to. Tackle that maybe coming up this weekend. So if anybody wants to, well, you can't because you're not in our squad. But we're going to try to. I'm going to smoke one. I got a hind quarter that I'm going to smoke
Ooh.
the whole thing.
I got a whole front shoulder in the freezer
Yeah.
from last year. Maybe we just do a whole side.
Oh boy, that would be a little freezer burnt.
It'll be fine. We're going to cry.
Hey, let's get this ball rolling. Wayne.
Yeah, it's all right. Roll
Yeah.
the ball. Roll the ball.
Yeah,
All right. So I think I'm up first.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Per usual.
Well, it started out great. The fans love it.
Yeah.
So
I think we're just going to roll with it.
yeah,
All right. So my first topic, I think, is a heavily debated topic, and I know amongst members of my family and my wife's family, it's sometimes the deal breaker to the establishment.
really.
Yeah,
That
I
serious?
tell you,
Coke versus Pepsi?
no way.
Oh way.
Pizza.
Uh-oh.
We're talking pizza.
Yeah.
We're going pie cut versus party cut.
Squares or triangles?
Exactly.
Is this really a debate in your household?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. I'm eating whatever. Like,
Right.
I assume so.
Yeah.
You don't get to our figures without just eating it, no matter how it's cut.
Like I'm
If
going to
that's all it took was the shape, man.
Sorry, I can't eat that.
No, I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah.
I can't believe you cut
What do you
that in a
think about
square.
eating here? No, can't
No.
go there.
Can't do
Why?
Biscuits are the wrong shape.
Because they're square.
I don't eat
pizza.
circles.
it. Hey, those circled donuts are a problem.
Circle. Did you know there's a place called Square Donuts?
I know. I thought about that right when I said it. I was
Yeah.
like, well,
Wow.
I guess you go eat all the square donuts you want.
Epiphany. So I think that I don't know, man. I'm torn on this, but I knew it was going to be a heavily debated topic because I know it has been amongst close members of my family, and they're like hardcore anti-square cut party cut pizzas.
Well, what kind of crust do they like?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would just judging off what we have locally, like it's either thin
Right.
or thin or thin.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind. I like a party cut pizza, especially if it's like a not a dinner situation, like more of a, well, I guess party. Like, you know, people
Yeah.
floating around.
Hence the name.
Small pieces.
Party cut.
Hey, welcome to the party, pal.
But I think, you know, like Giordani's up there in Chicago, that
Oh, yeah.
deep dish.
Oh, yeah.
I'd smack somebody for cutting that in squares.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you could actually do it.
Oh, you can do it.
Well,
if you
how
want.
do
Like
you?
Einstein couldn't figure out how to cut that deep dish.
How do they serve like a traditional Sicilian? They're square predominantly, right?
I think it also depends on toppings. Supreme pizza, when you get lots of business going on there, lots of goodies to fall off, I think that makes it to where you can't have small cut squares. But if you're just rocking a cheese or pepperoni or, you know, single to two topping pizza, it's
I'm
a
gonna
lot
disagree
easier to
with that take.
accommodate.
No.
I'm going to fight you on that take.
Why?
There's a local establishment. It's on 4th Street.
Yeah,
It's been there
See, I didn't want to name drop.
forever.
I didn't want to name drop.
Well, why not? We
I think
do
we
everything
can.
else.
I think we can.
Well, what's the worst thing he's going to do?
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of his pizza.
So am I.
Yeah.
I just wish they cut it different.
No.
I said it.
Well,
The Gaslight.
yeah. Well,
The
but,
Gaslight Pizza and Grill.
Johnny Dart, is that where we're going?
John-
well,
yes.
you get the gas. My favorite pizza is the gas.
good
That's got a ton of toppings, and
yeah.
it works out that
For
way.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I think, in my own personal opinion, of course, John, don't kill me. I think if that pizza was cut into a pie, I think you're number one. You got to spend a little bit more time eating it, and it
I
could
disagree with
slow
that, too.
your rate of intake down.
No way.
Oh yeah,
You think it takes more time? I think you could eat both just as fast.
You're
you
probably
give
right.
you give me a triangle cut, 3 bites and I'm to the crust. If it's a like at least minimum 2.
What are you doing that for?
If it's a pizza like
Catching
this,
salmon here? Jesus Christ. Hey, shout out to El Presidente, Barstool Sports, Mr. Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy. The one bite, one bite, everybody knows
Yeah.
the rules, right? So there's different categories of judging pizza. You ever seen him judge a square
Yeah.
slice?
no.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's on the
Pizza
East
was-
Coast. I don't
pizza-
think East Coast does the party cut.
Pizza
I think that's a
was
Midwest
meant
thing.
to be cut in a pie. That's why it's called pizza pie.
I think the pie is more of the round shape.
Yeah, that's cut into pie pieces. Am
Would
I
you
right
eat
or
a
wrong?
pumpkin pie cut in squares?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Just to be
Hashtag
contrarian.
Thanksgiving. Just to be contrary. Just to be ornery.
Ornery.
I don't know, man.
Unreal
I
cuss.
think, I don't know.
I'm indifferent. Like, I like it either way. I do think that I eat the squares faster than a triangle.
See?
And I think it's a breath between type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you get mowing down on a wedge.
Oh, boy.
And you just keep going on it, and you gotta, you get that, you gotta get her down there.
Yeah.
But when you're taking them small party sizes, you know they're bite sized.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Or you get those one little bitty ass. Oh, here's another
I
thing.
love the corners of.
Do
a
you
party
really,
cut.
though?
Oh,
Here, let me go into.
So wait. Let me
Okay.
finish this. If you didn't have the party cut, if it was straight traditional New York style triangular
I want
pie.
a pizza.
I do too. Pie cut pizzas. You're not wasting your time with those freaking corners.
Can I tell
That's a
you?
waste of space, bro.
Can I tell you a
That
story?
is waste of space.
I eat the corners.
I love the corners too, especially if you have like a dip,
Oh yeah.
like you got
It's
a
like a
cheese
breadstick
or
in
a
the middle.
ranch or a marinara or something. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the only thing that thing's good for.
So
A tool to eat ranch.
my
Shout out Caleb Meyer. Love you, bro.
tool to eat ranch.
Yeah, that's what Caleb, my best friend, one of my best buddies, Caleb, he always used to say, that's the only thing celery was ever used for, a tool to eat ranch.
My mother, when we would go up to the Gaslight, those little corners were hers.
Really?
That's you
Nobody
didn't get
touched
them.
it.
I never had a corner of Gaslight pizza
In your life.
in my life until obviously Janelle and I would go up there, just us. But every time I'd tell her, be like, hey, when I saw her eat them, I was like, you can't do that. It's mom's piece.
Well, don't you guys remember back in the day? You guys had a Pizza Hut around here.
Yeah.
Remember the Bigfoot pizza?
We still do.
Oh, yeah.
That was only squares.
Yeah.
Because that Mamma Jam was like what, 1
As
foot by 2 foot?
big as this table.
It was awesome.
Hey, here's another one.
Tostino's party pizzas.
Well, those are stupid.
Fold them babies up and just eat them like a pizza
That's
taco.
how you do that.
I used to work with a guy at the mine. He used to fold them babies up and shove them down in a thermos.
Was he over 3 bills?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love you, pork chop.
That's the nickname too.
Yeah. Love you, pork chop. But no, so there's another establishment down in Fort Branch, Indiana. Sandy's
Yeah.
Pizza. They sell one called the Wagon Wheel.
Oh shoot!
And that thing is probably the size of this table. and so here we go again, situational. There's no humanly way possible you could serve a
24-inch pizza.
Yeah, a 36-inch pizza in a triangle, because that some bitch would be, that long. You'd be
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, right. So I think, but when we're talking normal, run-of-the-mill pizzas, I'm a huge triangle guy.
I go either way.
I'm going to eat it. Yes, I'm gonna-
You don't get to our shape and
Shocker.
not eat,
Yeah,
no
I'm
matter
gonna
how
eat
it's
it.
cut.
I'm
Well,
gonna eat
and to that point, and the name says it all. So just go. I think a good way to get to the bottom of this is how do you cut your frozen pizzas. I always cut it in triangles.
For sure.
Unless the kids have there's a bunch of extra kids here.
Yeah.
And, one pizza only goes so far, so you cut that SOB up into squares.
Yeah.
So while the second one's cooking, all the kids get a bite.
Exactly. Good thinking.
But, yeah, that's how I...
Good thinking. Maybe that we keep hammering this point home.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why it's called party cuts. Freaking brilliant.
There was a place up in Grand Rapids that they did it by the big slice, like New York style slice. They throw it in the oven, warm it back up.
Like Sbarro's in the mall.
Delicious. Yeah. Something kids will never know about.
Exactly.
But I think
R.I.P. Sabaro.
I think they're still around. I just don't know if kids go to the mall.
What's the mall?
I mean, my 4-year-old identifies the Amazon truck like it's
It's a thing.
it's a shame. We could get nostalgic about it, but
Yeah.
really the debate's about how we cut our pizza pies.
That's
Yeah.
right. I think we're situational. It sounds like.
I think
mostly,
so, yeah.
But we all agree that we would eat it no matter what.
Yeah.
Like we're not that crazy.
But if we were going to choose,
you know who I'm really surprised doesn't have a strong topic on this?
who's that?
This guy.
Yeah?
Just seems like he would,
Yeah.
as we've learned about you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not too picky when it comes.
Short shower guy. Don't pee in the shower.
I have been watching, and it turns out
Oh, so you lied to our fans?
I think I did. I misestimated time. It looks like I'm between a 5 and 6 minute shower.
Oh, here we go.
Truth comes out.
I've really been watching, and
Yeah.
I've been checking the clock before and after, and it's normally between 5 and 6 minutes.
I bet he's got his little fancy Apple Watch on, and he's standing in there.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, 5."
Do you wear
5
your
minutes.
Apple Watch in the shower?
No, I wear it in the pool, but not in the
Yeah.
shower.
My wife has one, and when it comes out of waterproof mode, it's like zzz, 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 like it vibrates the water out of itself. Pretty
Really?
cool. Yeah.
I just don't like wearing a wet band all day, so
Yeah.
the only reason I'm wearing the I got like an elastic band. I don't like it being wet all day.
Makes sense.
But when I'm in the pool, I use my Apple Watch to control the music.
When you said wet bands, I thought the Wet Bandits, because it's Christmas season time.
Close.
Getting there.
We're not switching. We're not skipping. Hey, Thanksgiving may be just a shade over, but we're not getting that close.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay. All right. What do you think? My topic came up this week at work. Pooping in the handicap stall as a non-handicapped person. Just
It's situational. Depends on what
I don't.
What,
oh my God!
what?
if it's a one-holer.
No, well,
You can't have a handicap stall in a one-holer, dipshit. It's only one hole. The damn legally the rails are already mounted on the wall.
Okay, what about the urinal?
We're talking
and
a
the
multi-holer
okay.
here.
Like
the
at
one big stall,
like at the ballpark.
yeah.
yeah,
The one.
well, first
big
off,
stall.
I would never
Oh God.
take a deuce
I mean,
at
if
the
I have
ballpark.
to, I have to.
Yeah,
I'm not one of those home turf shitters.
I mean, you've admitted to being a home
Oh,
turf
I
guy.
am, but I mean,
I know
when
several
nature
people
calls,
that
you
will.
can only.
I
you
know
can only
several
push it
people
off
that would
so
probably
long.
poop their pants than go in a bathroom in a public.
Well, but you know why it came? So I walked in, had my morning coffee, 2 cups, maybe 3, no judges.
Who's judges?
Yeah, and this guy is about. You could set your watch to him, and just
Go
Good and
ahead.
regular.
continue to see and I'm like, what would he do if somebody with a wheelchair just rolled right in, knocked on the door, and then
So this guy was in the handicap stall.
yeah,
Okay.
he's a frequent user of it.
Could I tell you? Can I be completely honest with you?
Go ahead. We're in the trust tree.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, I'm not going to. We'll edit this part out.
Promise.
We'll edit this part out.
Wait.
You in the circle of trust?
Yeah.
I probably can't fit in predominantly most of the
And
non-handicap stalls.
this was the mental, emotional problem that I had about
Yeah.
it. Because the tinge of guilt, because you go into some of those stalls,
I don't shit anywhere.
there's
but
no
the
way.
handicap.
Can't do it. I'm the exact same
I'm
way.
not in a. I don't have a wheelchair.
So the conversation I had as I was standing there peeing was, what would I do if somebody rolled in, knocked on the door,
yeah.
and was like, "Hey, pal, anytime," and then you're like, "Oh God, I gotta hurry up," and then he sees you walk out.
Yeah.
Did you limp out? That's what I do. I drag that foot real hard.
Motherfucker's got a club foot. Oh, hey,
Problem
bro,
solved.
power to the people. Power to the people. You're fucking awful. Hey, but on a more serious note, I'm not saying that I ain't got like the mirror hanger or nothing in my car, you know. Like I am. I mean, some would beg to differ that I'm not mentally handicapped in certain aspects. Go ahead. What you got, bastard? I knew you were coming. You see that old cocky? Yeah. I seen it coming. But hey, I'm telling you, hey, I no guilt here, bro. If I got to take a dump in a public restroom, ballpark, gas station, wherever, and it's a multi-holer, and there is a opened handicap stall, that's where I'm going. I'm going there first shot. I'm not spending my time trying to wad my big ass up in one of them skinnies. I'm going
Hard to
straight
get your
for
business done in there when it's
You know what kills me?
Claustrophobic.
Like
can't-
even in some of these handicap ones, like there's more space, but you're just as much on the toilet paper dispenser.
Yeah, it's like
than
in
anything
your
else.
pocket.
Then
Yeah.
you hit your elbow on it trying to move around in that mother trucker.
Yeah.
The lid falls off. Ain't worth a damn.
No.
Well,
So-
I had this crisis in my head, and I was
Right.
like,
So
I
you-
can't judge him because I
So
do the
at
exact
your-
same thing.
So probably at your work,
Yeah.
do you have a multi-holer at work?
Yep, but space is a premium in a manufacturing type facility. So
Right.
Oh, yeah,
most
you
of
guys
the time
are
they're
all-
kind of they're pretty, you know.
But do you have a handicapper in
There'll
the
always be at least one with the
You have to through
rails. ADA, yeah.
ADA? Yeah, ADA. So obviously, you working at the resort, there's several
Oh, everywhere.
everywhere to
Yeah.
go in the handicappers.
Well, and truth
So
be told, I won't use a middle stall. I got to have block walls around me
you
on
want
one
it?
side.
There's statistics that go with this. Did you know that?
I believe it because
I'm not out. I don't have it at my fingertips currently, but there's actual statistics, like cleanliness, when it comes to multi-stall bathrooms. Which one is actually the cleanest one?
probably
First
not
one.
the one in the corner.
No,
It's the first one.
it's the first one. Yeah, I'm not 1,000% sure.
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, I think Mike Rowe might have covered that dirty job somewhere or somewhere. But what I was getting at is, at my current employer, we have a multi-holer. We have a locker room, showers, lockers, the whole works. Because we, sometimes tend to get dirty in our job, so we change and laundry service.
Are you blue collar, white collar shaming right now?
No way. No.
Okay.
Never should I do that.
I just want to make sure.
But I mean, I have to work a little bit. From whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was getting judged.
No, never.
Yeah.
But without what I'm saying is, I have my own stall.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Like I have my own stall that I poop in at work.
Like just yours?
Yeah.
Like your name's
Like,
on
do you
the
have
door?
to clean it?
Yeah. I clean it. Yeah. I mean, my name's not on the door, but it is. Like they know.
So how did you claim that?
Well, I'm the only one that's. Well, I mean, because the other one I can't fit in, like we talked earlier about.
Oh. Well, and I don't think most people, like, you go into some of those.
No way.
You still can't.
No.
Like, even a scrawny guy. There's no way.
We could spitball off of this topic right now in so many different directions to like.
This could be a whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I was nervous about it.
No, it's a
because
good
I was
one.
like,
It's a good one
maybe
because-
there's some judges here.
Because if I were to, let's just say like I'm getting ready, like this is a severe code brown, like
Yeah.
I am getting ready, like something bad is finna go down.
Cheeks can't get any tighter.
Yeah, like no way. If I got to go in one of those, like let's just say one of our other, somebody else is in the handicap,
Yeah.
and the only thing available for me is a small one.
You have to shit in the sink.
No, I'm not shit. I'm not shitting in the sink.
It's in the shower.
I'm
Waffle
not,
stomp it.
I'm not shitting in the
Waffle
shower.
stomping it
I'm not
right
shitting in the shower. What I'm saying is if I were to defecate in said small stall, there's going to have to be like a severe. There's going to be some different tactics that are involving the cleaning up process.
Yeah.
With me being in there, because like it's not,
There's no way.
and not only is it going to be tactical,
Yeah.
it's going to take time, and time's usually not a lot of what I have extra of.
Yeah.
And I sometimes just don't feel like I feel like I don't really get the job done that well, in a small area like that.
Yeah, you gotta have space to get the job.
I'm sorry, I'll say it. I don't give a goddamn if there's a guy in a wheelchair waiting on me to take a shit. If I'm shitting and I got an option, I'm going in the big stall. Hands freaking down.
Yeah, I won't take.
Sorry,
the small
wheelchair
stall.
guy. I got to take a shit. I waited in line just like you.
That's right.
I said it. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm a
I don't
big
think
guy.
there's anything to be sorry about. I just think that, like all things, maybe they should have some husky bathrooms.
Yeah.
Some husky stalls.
Or maybe they should put, like, on the handicap sign, maybe they should put, like, a,
Handicap or fat guys, like sticker, placard.
You know
A
how
little
we're
portly fella there.
Yeah, like a portly fella, a little stout, little husky guy.
Yeah.
Remember how we're doing like, the world's getting more progressive as we know it, and we're doing like the, I guess you'd say the non-binary bathrooms or whatever like that. Maybe they could do like a
Fat guy bathroom.
fat people bathroom.
If we have any like registered dietitians listening to this,
Yeah.
the only thing
Feel
that's
free
going
to-
through their head is, first off, you
Lose
need to eat
weight,
more-
you fat bastards.
just take another sip of beer to that one.
It's light beer.
These liquid calories.
I'm drinking the ultralight, boys.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I was kind of nervous about the topic, but I had a real dilemma at work because I'm going for it full. Hard. I guess as you walk out, you tell that guy, "Hey, seat's warm." Like,
Now that's something that makes my blood. I hate when I sit down on the stool and the seat's warm.
What?
like
Yeah.
What if
in
you
a
know
public
the,
place?
What if the well here? What if you know the guy that you're
Doesn't matter.
What if you know
if
your
I sit down on a
predecessor?
warm seat, all I can imagine is just going cheek to cheek with some dude.
Oh boy.
That's where your mind goes,
boy.
right to cheek to cheek.
It's like still, yeah. If it's still 90 degrees and above, it might as well just be skin to skin, and it makes my blood curdle.
It makes me happy to know that my balls just dipped in the same water your balls dipped into.
Oh, damn it.
I can't believe that.
Oh, it weirds me
That's
out
wild.
so much. I
That's
don't even like
wild.
sitting like you go into a conference room when somebody just comes out to even sit down in like a conference room
Knowing
chair
that they've
that's-
been in there
that's
ripping
warm.
silent but deadly farts the whole
That just
time.
weirds me out to like sit in a warm chair like
Really?
that. Yeah.
Really?
I don't like it.
God damn, dude.
FBI
If there's FBI, there we go.
the FBI
I
profile.
knew that. I knew that. If they're that profiler,
seat bandit.
yeah, the profiler's list would just.
So
add
here's
to
the question: you get into public, John. Are you laying toilet paper out there?
No.
You do it.
I used to make the ass gasket,
dude.
but
I work
I'm
with a
beyond it
guy.
now.
Listen, I work with a guy right now. There's 7 people that poop in this bathroom.
Yeah.
One of which is not me because I'm not wadding my ass up in that little stall.
Yeah.
And most of the guys don't poop in the big stall because they know it's mine.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you marked your territory
really
that
tight
way.
squad. And this guy is doing the ass gasket every time, even in our little bathroom. Like, we clean it. I don't get it. I'm not taking the time, dude. I'm not going.
It's not like I'm licking the damn seat.
Yeah. Not to mention we're on the clock. You know what I mean? We're working.
Well, hey,
for
the taxpayers.
That's right.
They deserve theirs.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I'm not going to spend the time to sit here and like meticulously rip out this 2-ply freaking.
What's that going to stop anyways?
Exactly. Good grief.
That used to be me. Way a long time ago.
And the FBI profiler
Real
just
ass
puts another
gasket
notch
guy.
on there.
No.
Yep, I'm past it.
I know a lot of people that would probably poop in the parking lot before they would go into a public bathroom. I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those guys. No.
I'm kind of anywhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
Dave, what's your first topic?
So, Smoker Clan was down for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it.
And,
Saw about it. That empty bottle of scotch over there is a
Wow.
Cousin Jake.
10-year-old scotch.
Cousin Jake.
Impressive.
Yeah, it was a good time.
They drink scotch older than my kids. Older than your kids.
Yeah. Older than my kids.
But we were in there, and the show was on. My kid watches a particular cartoon, my little one, Bluey, I think. And
Bluey.
my uncle's like, you got to turn something else on. And I'm like, okay. So I got the TV remote and flipping through everything. And I had no idea what to turn on because I have no idea what people watch other than a 5-year-old.
Right.
And it's Bluey.
Yeah.
Or, it was no football was on at that time.
That's a tough spot.
Yeah.
There's
It
nothing
is.
to turn on, and it hit me. I was like, I don't even know what's relevant in TV these days. Because if I've got free time and I'm wanting to relax, I'm a music guy. So my topic is
Oh, yeah.
music or TV. Because I genuinely would like to know. Because everyone's like, well, come on, Dave, just pick something you watch. I'm like, it's Bluey. That's all we watch around here.
Coco Madeline.
So you guys
I-
music or TV guys?
I prefer to read.
Oh, for God's sakes. He's got a fucking sign on his driveway that says, I love my library.
Hey,
he
well-
is a guy.
Well, hold on. I have been a long
studious.
I have been a long time
studious.
trustee of the local library, and I support it. And
Yeah.
I think reading is important.
Oh, it is for sure.
I read every day. The
on
tiny
phonics.
fine print.
Ton phonics works for me.
They don't use. To answer your question, I think I'm going to throw this out there, and we say it a lot. Situational,
Okay.
Yeah.
because I tell you what, I'm more apt. I don't know. I'm a big sports guy.
Oh, yeah.
If sports aren't on, it gets a little bit tough.
Yep.
But there's a few shows the wife and I will enjoy. But, I think about it. If I'm not watching live sports, I'm probably watching maybe a little bit of one of the national news channels.
Nah.
Not long, though.
No, I say nah. I'm just like agreeing to my own. I'm literally think this is a good question. Like, this is seriously a good
Yeah.
question, because with kids and constant running, and just literally ball busting action all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough to sit down and unplug,
Right.
for sure. And my wife would probably.
Our wives are going to kill us because
Yeah.
they're thinking, you son of a
These
bitches,
son of
go
a bitches
spend
sit on
3
their ass
hours.
all the time. Oh yeah, but no, like to really hammer home what Casey said. Obviously, during football season, Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night.
And you got Maction in between now.
Yeah, I'm watching football, and then in the fall, which is Jesus Christ, if you don't like fall, then get bent. I mean, it's hunting. hunting season, and I follow a couple of like YouTube channels that
Do you follow our YouTube channel?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
It is. It's the Wondering Dutchmen is our YouTube channel. Give us a like and subscribe.
Yeah, that would help.
Smash that.
Because we
like
get
button.
a lot of people that say they really enjoy the
Yeah,
show,
but
share it. Let
Right.
your friends know.
yeah, let everybody know. But I watch like the hunting public.
Yeah.
That's a good one that I watch.
Meat eater? Are you a meat eater
I am
guy?
a big meat eater guy.
Steve Ranella.
Steve Ranella and Giannis and the Latvian Eagle and all those guys. And back to the hunting public. Like, they started so small. Huge shout out to you guys. Warb, Zach, Jake, Ted.
out.
If you guys are all listening, love your
Sure
shit.
they are.
Keep hammering. Yeah, they're going to listen for
Yeah,
We'll tag 'em in
sure,
this.
They
for
got
sure.
plenty of time to listen to our stuff.
Yeah,
But like that's literally what I if I'm watching TV, it's either live sports, football, or some sort of deer hunting, or if I got something like a project coming up or something that I'm getting ready to tackle that I'm not 100%.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not 100% on,
You
I'm
gotta watch
gonna,
them DIY videos.
yeah, I'm looking up at the old YouTubes to really lock down, whether it be wrenching on my old the old Tahoe,
Yeah.
or doing something here and there.
well, usually we just take it down to our neighbor Hornet.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's good to have a Hornet.
Hornets
Is
garage.
your tractor the same as your road?
1025.
That just hit me. I was about to say wrenching on the 1025, but you could say wrenching
I
on
don't
the
have a
1025.
1025 tractor.
Oh, I thought you had a 1025.
No, it's a no, it's a 2210.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 1025R is the new and improved modern version of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I kind of went off on a wild tangent.
But no, so no, I well, I shouldn't say blanketly, but like I'm sure you too. I'm sure every now and then I'll tie into once in a blue moon will I tie into a
Show.
a program. Of
I'm
some
always
sort.
way far behind, way late
yeah.
to the party because I
Yeah.
like to binge watch.
Me
Like
too,
I just
me
watched
too.
Game
Yeah.
of Thrones. Never watched it until a year ago.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole 10-year
Right.
deal and last winter.
Yeah,
because winter is coming.
it is. It's upon us.
Well, here's the
I
crazy.
like that. That was a nice little touch there.
Thanks, buddy.
Winter's coming.
Here's what I think.
Oh boy.
I like music in a situation where I'm outside enjoying something else,
Right.
or I'm working and it's background noise.
Yep.
But like when we're here in Smokers Lounge,
Big music.
kicking it, enjoy listening to the tunes.
Yes.
Like I'm at work, I'm working on stuff. I've got Spotify up,
Yeah.
podcasts, listening,
Right.
YouTube. Like it's Friday morning. It's custom. I listen to us, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Watching game tape, trying to improve. But sitting outside on the porch, like I think that's where music comes in.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna come home and be like, it's a long day, and
Again.
Damn it.
Fourth time in a row.
Rookie
use that
move.
freaking silence button.
Rookie move.
Which I better make sure too.
Look at you suckers.
Yep. But I think that's like I'm not gonna come home and just throw like a record on. Like that's
man,
not.
I do.
You see, I don't. I don't know. Maybe I used to.
My whole front room is the music room. We got a piano in there, the record
Yep.
player, some guitars, and not so much in the summer or when it's fall, even when there's a lot of stuff to do outside. But when it's dark early and cold outside, I'll come
Yeah,
home
there
and
ain't
make
shit to do, man.
a rum and coke,
Freaking time change.
drop
sucks.
a record on,
Terrible.
and just listen to music.
Yeah.
I like to find music I've never heard of, like artists I don't know that are up and coming. Most of my favorite artists are stuff you'll never hear on the radio. So if
Right.
I've got time, I find some rabbit hole to dive down and try to find
Ooh,
some.
man. I
Don't
love
say
it.
rabbit hole. That FBI profiler is just digging that.
Well, then what do you call it? Because I love a good rabbit.
Well,
hole.
I tell you what, but you know what's crazy, and we could probably agree. I'd much rather be into doing that than like the whole Taylor Swift Ticketmaster thing.
Oh,
not a clue.
Make me puke.
I didn't even know
man.
Taylor Swift was still making new music.
Who's Taylor Swift?
T Swizzle?
T Swizzle. Hey, and you know what, man? This is a topic for another day. We'll bring this up, but
Write it down in your notes.
yeah, there it is. Shame on you.
Me?
You know what I mean? No,
Well, I think that's a proverbial you.
It's like the proverbial you. Like,
Well,
shame on you.
And then
you know
people
what I
that go
mean?
buy tickets are surprised and say Ticketmaster has a monopoly. No shit.
Yeah, shocker.
Why do you think there's StubHub, SeatGeek,
See,
Any of them that want to come on board.
Any of them that want to give us a huge, big sponsorship.
Hey, sprinkle a little of that our way.
Yeah.
I'd be
Simply
down
Safe.
for like 10 free tickets to every show that we wanted to go to.
Exactly right.
I don't even think they give that to the people they sponsor. But that's not here nor there.
Exactly.
But that's why there's that secondary and third market, and they've tried to cut down on it so much.
For sure.
To where, like, that's why they didn't want the paper ticket game.
Yeah.
That's why they want it all online.
All
it goes to
mobile.
you, and then it's off them.
Yep.
Then if you screw up that transaction,
Then your ass is
that's
grass.
your problem.
You're eating it.
But that's what it is. And then, like, you release her concert dates. That we just went tangential bad.
There we go.
Shoot. So,
Hey, which, by the way, we're not a huge we hate Taylor Swift because T Swift's got some pretty catchy jams.
that early stuff when she was still a country star.
Bangers, man.
Yeah.
Bangers. But what I'm saying is, shame on you
For playing dumb
for
to it.
exactly and doing that whole like, I didn't know what was happening, even though people are out here trying to spend $2,000 to go see a freaking Taylor Swift concert.
So
Nope.
one of the
That's
guys
for the fans.
one of the guys that works at the resort, I was giving him a hard time. I was like, "Hey, you in the queue to get you some tickets?" He's like, "No," but he's like, "I saw some on StubHub for maybe Nashville or somewhere, $93,000."
Unreal,
And I'm like, "No way, no way,
I
nobody."
can't think of one thing that I would pay $93,000.
You could go to the fucking Super Bowl cheaper than that.
$93,000 is probably $50,000 more than the median income in this county.
We could have went to the Queen of England's funeral procession and watched her.
We would have been good overseas. I bet we're a big hit over in London.
Yeah.
We need to
town.
figure out how to get that.
Demographic.
To get in over there.
Yeah.
I think we ought to start drinking more tea.
Or pints.
Hey,
Top
I'd
of the
put our
morning.
beer in pints.
I drink tea before every podcast. Try to get this throat problem.
It ain't working.
Yeah.
No,
No, it
you're
ain't.
still coughing.
You're a
like
hot
it's-
mess.
Yeah.
Hot mess express.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
It's not good.
Music is a big thing in our house when we're cleaning. Like cleaning.
Everybody clean up.
No
clean.
way, dude.
Oh,
Like it's
no.
usually some dirty ass trap rap.
Oh,
that's
the
like-
kids aren't home.
Oh no, they're home, but it's
Oh.
censored. Like, of course, it's censored.
Oh, how can you censor some trap
well,
music?
I mean, it's just a lot of backbeat, not much talking.
Oh,
But it's usually some dirty ass trap rap or some sort of like death metal or something that we used to listen to back in the day. Like, get your ass up and clean the house. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But my wife's a big proponent for like cleaning music, and I like it too, because I don't know if any of our listeners' kids or anything like ours, or your kids or anything like mine, but anytime they're told to do anything simple tasked, it's like they're asked to give their kidney, or like it's the end of
it would be easier to get a kidney.
yeah, like it's the end of the world for them to have to like pick up their socks.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I've already sorted your laundry
Yeah.
and paired your socks, and everything is ready to go in your own personal basket. The only thing you have to do is go put it away. Like you would have asked them to rewrite the preamble.
You know,
or something.
here's the question: is that when back in the day you just get backhanded?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, could you imagine if one of your kids went to school?
Well, I don't know. My wife calls me a titty baby.
Oh wow!
I love my mom. My mom is,
Sweet lady.
Same
she
here.
is. Mama Mace.
My,
is-
Janelle said that one time. She goes, "You're a mama's boy." I go, "Yeah, I'm not going to deny
my
it."
mom is a saint. And my mom, she did a lot for me and my brother. Well, and when I say a lot, I mean all of it. Like pretty much cooking, cleaning, the whole shooting match, So she's old school. She was brought up that way too. And it's like my mom would do my laundry. She would put it in a basket. And then from that point, it was my job because we lived upstairs. And my mom, slaved away 30-some years in a factory and got fake hips and is not the best at climbing stairs anymore, but she would put it on the steps, and then from there it was game over. She was done. And if
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to wear, it was on me because I didn't bring it down to put it in the laundry. So, which basically is kind of what me and my wife are doing now. We get it done, we supply it for the kids. It's on to them to put it away. And it's horrible. But that's music is, playing back in, going
So we
really,
really
You
got-
know, I say
really
that,
long
but
way
you're
around
like
this.
when because we're big Sunday morning cleaners. I'll make a nice big breakfast,
Oh,
and I'll turn on the tunes and kind of just vacuum, and
Ain't
it's
no
got to.
cleaning after no big breakfast at my joint.
Well, you got to work it off.
Oh, I'm out. Yeah.
Well, I guess good news you don't live up on the hill.
That's for sure. I think situational. Like sometimes I watch TV,
Yeah.
but it's not. So we don't have any live TV at home. Nothing's live anymore.
We do.
Well, I got
YouTube.
antenna. I got antenna.
Yeah.
So I can watch like live football
What'd you
games.
say?
Antenna.
And
Antenna.
antenna?
Antenna.
Antenna?
Antenna.
Antenna?
An antenna.
Antenna?
What the?
You have
Is
a
it-
TV antenna.
Yeah.
Is it Pam or Pam?
Pamba.
Pam?
Pam.
Maybe I
What
can
does an
help with
ant
that.
have on its head?
Antennas.
Oh boy.
Hooked on phonics didn't work for this guy. So speaking of TV, TV's in the bedroom. Anybody?
Yep.
We got a TV in the bedroom.
Not
Yeah.
for the longest time though.
We didn't either. We
No
just
way.
did it.
We did it like literally within the last year.
Yeah, we're less than like a month out, and
Yeah.
it's perfect.
How many
'cause
TVs are in your house?
that are operational?
2.
that we use.
2.
We've got 2, and then another one that is we don't have anything hooked up to it.
Wow.
We're 2. Our kids, 100% no TV in the room.
Oh, never.
No, bedrooms are for sleeping and playing and storing clothes. Look at you. You need a tally marker? You need a pen and paper?
Are you a TV snob?
No, this is strictly in the house, not in the lounge.
Doesn't count in the
The
lounge?
lounge don't count.
9.
Oh my God.
Got 9 bathrooms.
So
What do you have 9 TVs for?
every bedroom has a TV.
First off, you're only 5 in the smoker clan.
Wyatt has 2 TVs. He uses one as a video game monitor or something. There's
Oh boy.
so that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one in the living room is 7. The one in the basement living room makes 8, and I've got one in my office downstairs makes 9. Oh shit! Then we have the porch TV that goes in and out. That makes 10 in the house.
Tell me you're loaded without telling me you're loaded.
Well, I mean they're not like high
Oh.
like
Oh,
Even
they're
if
not
you're-
high end.
Even if you're spending, on average, $300 for a TV, you've got over $3,000 in TVs.
Tell me.
well like the TV in my bedroom. That is the first thing that I ever bought outside of college, other than my house. Like in my house, it was like milk crates and like all my college furniture.
What's it like to have one of those tube TVs? It's
Right.
the size of a
It's
pickup
not a
truck.
tube TV, but it's like the first flat screen, so it's still like 6 inches thick or so. It's only 32 inches, but
I have a freaking flat screen. I have a 55-inch plasma screen TV. It's 2022,
Yeah.
and I still have a plasma TV that I bought from my cousin for $500
That's a
that
good deal.
he ordered from like King's or like one of those Sofa and Cinemas big box TV stores, and it's literally, my God, I bet I bought that thing in 2007.
you say $300. There's like 4 TVs, and they were like $69 a piece on a Black Friday.
Oh boy! No,
Oh, you're that guy.
no.
Oh yeah,
He's fighting people in Walmart for
No,
a
no,
TV at a discount.
you buy them on Amazon.
Are you
on
wanted?
Black Friday, and it
That'd
just
be Cyber Monday, dipshit.
well, whatever it is. I'm just saying they were sub.
Hey, you ever heard of
$100.
Giving Tuesday?
Hey, what about freaking local? What about what the hell's that day? Local. Oh boy.
Small Business Saturday.
Yeah, it is. There it is.
Yeah, we got them all decked out.
Bob's like,
Bob's Liquor. That's right.
Our friends at Bob's Liquor.
Right down the road. Beautiful Bob's Liquor.
So there we go. I mean, I think
wow, we really took
situational-
that one off on the
Yeah.
rails. Huh?
And that's fine.
And I got to say, it's probably about time to maybe refill and maybe
Yeah,
Yeah,
speaking
I think
of
it's
Bob's
time for
Liquor.
a cause for the cause.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick break here, and we'll be back
We'll
with
be
you.
right back.
Thanks. Rock and roll.
Turn your mic.
Yeah, I got it now.
Now we got 3 mics,
There we go.
3 wanderers, 3 mics.
Wanderers. We're just a wandering.
Dutchman.
And really, none of us are Dutch, but that's what makes it funny.
That's right.
Because we all live in Holland.
Bingo. And we all wonder.
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 Dutchmen.
Wonder.
All
Hey,
right.
topic number 2, Mace.
Here we go.
Get us started.
All right. So in the prelude, I talked about I was fortunate enough
Orange Hat Brigade.
to harvest a white-tailed deer
Nice.
Sunday night.
The size of a German Shepherd.
It was, man.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I was joking.
Well,
Way to kick him right in the dick,
and
right?
I'll be honest with you.
I thought it was bigger.
I'll be honest with you. And this is something that a lot of people don't like to admit, but we're all friends here. And I know we're in the circle of trust.
Yeah, we'll cut this part out.
No, we don't need to.
Well, that was a joke.
I thought
We're not going
so. I'm sitting in my spot.
Yep.
I got a beautiful spot.
It's kind of bad that you do it off your back porch,
No,
but that's okay.
this was not there. I didn't take this. I didn't harvest this animal on 1025. I harvested it on my the spot where I hunt. I'll just leave it at that because that's
Little secret honey hole.
sacred. You don't talk about that.
That's another topic.
That's like
for
rule
another
number
time.
1. You don't talk about Fight Club. You don't talk
Yeah.
about where you deer hunt or you fish.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, getting to the point. I'm sitting there. A couple deer. They come feeding out into the field. It's a cut cornfield.
Morning or evening hunt?
Evening hunt. Which, by the way, that's
wind out of the southwest.
no, actually, it was like straight west, which
Okay.
is weird because usually that spot that I have is set up for like a north wind, but for some reason I haven't been due to lack of time and scheduling and the logistics.
You're a busy
of it all.
guy.
I
Kids
am.
are involved
so,
in
yeah,
stuff.
so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go because I had been a few times with my kids. I took them a couple times.
Which is hard for me to believe.
It's
but,
tough.
Yeah.
It really is tough. But I'm trying. I'm a really big proponent about getting kids involved in outdoors, and my kids love it. Like they love to shoot guns. They love to.
Well, they love
hunt.
spending time with
And-
the pops.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
pops time. So anyway, these 3 deer, they're filtering out in the field, and it's getting dark, pushing the limits to the shooting hours.
30 minutes
after
sunset.
sunset. After sunset. On this particular night, sunset was at 5:32. So what time would that be?
6:02.
Exactly. So we're approaching that golden hour, is what my dad used to call it, like
Yeah.
the golden hour. Like this is when the shit's gonna get. Like this
Yeah.
is the shit's getting
Primo.
good. Exactly. Here they are. Opportunity arises. I don't really think I'm going to spend much more time in the woods just because of scheduling and holiday coming, here and there and everything. So I decided at this point, I haven't killed a deer in 2 years, just because I've been really focused on trying to get my twins, their first years.
Good.
And it's just the planets haven't aligned and things don't really quite work out the way that you want them to all the time. That's why it's called hunting and not just killing
Right.
or harvesting.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself to harvest said deer. I picked one out of the pack that I thought was ripe for the taking, and I put her down. Like I
Dropped
just
her.
laid the hammer down. Actually, I didn't drop her. I shot it with a new rifle this year. First time ever hunting with a 350 Legend.
Heard lots of people talk real good about it.
Yeah, I like it. Low recoil, great for the kids, easy to pack around.
Yeah.
It's a
Kind of range were you shooting at?
131 yards, which by
Well,
the
that's a
way,
poke.
this is to date, 35 years old, the longest shot I've ever taken on a deer.
Hey, look at
Congratulations.
you being
Yeah.
Bob Lee Swagger.
Yeah. Turns out though, didn't bleed much. Thought I missed, which was really embarrassing. But so
Did you have any of the kids with you that night?
no, I was by myself.
So you would
that
never
night.
would have found
Yeah.
out about it, so it's okay.
I was totally by myself that night, and I so much so that I literally chalked it up as a loss, and I walked all the way back to my car, the Tahoe, and I got in it, and then I thought, you know what, I don't know. It was really weird. Like I thought I missed, but then I thought, you know what, maybe let's go back one more time because my flashlight that I had in my pack was total dog shit. And I thought, like my batteries suck. I'm going to use the headlights on my car. And I had another flashlight. So I go back out to the spot because I was able to drive into the field, to where I was sitting.
Yeah.
No blood at the impact site. Couldn't find nothing. Angled my car straight inside the woods. You know what? Piss on it. One more shot. I'm going to walk into the woods just a shade and kind of run like a small police grid, back to where I was sitting and see, and I'll be damned, I found some blood. And 65 yards later, I found this, unfortunately, button buck.
Well, it
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
it was a button buck. But
boy.
in hindsight, you don't let, if obviously, the smaller bucks, we gotta let them babies go, because that's rule number one. Rule number one to shooting a big buck is to not shoot the little bucks. Like
Right.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
point set match. But I guess if a guy has to look at it in the long term, that was not a doe that had been bred by a potentially monster buck. So we're not taking that possibility out of the gene pool. But to get to the roundabout way, it was a small deer. It's going to eat good. And my topic I'd like to discuss is butchering and processing the deer on your own. Or not necessarily just deer, but just that process in as a whole. Like, what are your takes on it? Like, do you enjoy to work up your own stuff? Do you pay people to do it for you? Where are you at on that?
Well, here's where I'm going to be, and it's not. It's a little bit embarrassing thing.
Before
to say.
you go into this,
Oh,
just remember the FBI is listening.
That's
That's
fine.
fine. That's fine. Yeah.
So growing up the way I did, butchering, that's not a problem. I really enjoy butchering,
Oh yeah.
but everything's slaughtered when it gets to you. Beef hangs for 10 days.
Right.
Hogs hang for a week.
Right.
And I have no problem with blood and guts, but smells do it for me.
Oh boy.
And
I know where we're going.
My stomach does not handle. I've been fortunate enough to have some pretty good friends with tougher stomachs than me.
Oh yeah, I'm one of
and
those guys.
I'll help out and I'll hold it, but the smell hits right and I got to go, blow chunks for a minute or just
Okay.
gag for 3 minutes.
So what for all of our faithful listeners out there that are not 100% familiar with
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
with
yeah.
what we're talking about is when field dressing or removing the entrails from said animal, whether it be a whitetail or a hog or a pig or whatever, there comes this very finite line with your knife work.
Yeah.
where
Got to
you-
be careful.
Yeah, where you're getting ready to remove the stomach. And the stomach contains
Some nastiness.
the actual previous ingestions.
No,
from
I'm
sa-
saying
from said
even
animals.
just the gut sack.
What?
I can't even, just the smell, and I think it's the smell and the warmth. Because that's a job you don't want to wait for.
So the
Oh, no,
FBI
no,
guy
no,
just
You
turned
get
it
it,
off.
you get it done as soon as you
Well,
can.
no, this may
You
get
get
smoked some
that-
points.
Oh, that's
'cause there's
true.
some guys that might get off on that
You you get that hot rush of gut.
shit. Ooh, there ain't
Well, what are
nothing
you
better.
doing with your face in it?
You're right there, bud.
Well, I mean, I get it.
Hey, and we're not shaming, but
And I'll be right here. I've only killed 2 deer, and I've been fortunate
in
enough
your
to-
life.
Yeah, I only started hunting probably in 2000.
Wow.
I don't have places to go really.
See, you just shamed with your wow.
No, that's fine. I mean, I understand that it's not a great track record, but man, there's too many messed up people around public lands around here. And I
Yeah,
haven't found any
it's tough.
comfortable place for
Yeah,
public land.
especially within firearm season.
So
So what I'm saying is though, like for me growing up, I killed my first deer when I was 11 years old, like unassisted first deer when I was 11.
Jumped out of a tree like Rambo and slit its throat.
That didn't happen because I've always been a husky feller, and
You would have broken back.
Remember we were talking about that poop talk? I'd be in that fucking wheelchair if that was the case.
wouldn't have to worry about it.
But anyway, I don't know, man. Like I just love, like that's probably like obviously the hunt, the thrill of the hunt, like harvesting meat for your family, like bringing home the bacon per se, proverbially. Like I love doing that, but like I think, you know how many times I've heard somebody said, "Hey, did you kill anything tonight?" No, I got to work tomorrow, and I just really didn't feel like fucking with it. And I've never felt that way. Like I've literally, like that's one of my favorite parts of the deal. Like, obviously gutness can get some, can be tricky sometimes with your shot placement and all these other variables. But like just used to when I was a kid, my dad used to coach baseball with a guy, and he had the whole setup. So like we would go over to I'll just call him Hot Dog. For all of you listening out there that know who Hot Dog is, shout out to Hot Dog. We would always go over to Hot Dog's house, and he had a walk-in. He had a bandsaw. He had a tenderizer. He had a freaking grinder. He had the whole works, man.
And that's almost where you have to be.
Yeah, like we're set up.
Like you have to take out a lot of the headache and aggravation of it.
Yeah, because if you're going to do it yourself, like you kind of got to. There's some homework you got to do before you start. And we just had so much fun doing that shit. We'd get 4, 5, 6, 10 deer in that cooler. You know, put little tag. Obviously, we had it back then. We were metal tags, so we
That's
had
crazy how they've changed
yeah,
that.
so like we actually had physical metal tags on our deer, so we know whose is whose. And we would just cut them all up, and there would be like a grill going with fresh backstrap on the grill the whole time. You know, we had people, you know, just like the old butchering parties, like you were getting ready to say. You know, you got people making burger, you got people grinding out minute steaks over here, you got, you know, this person's wrapping steaks and all this stuff, and it was a thing. You know, everybody drank beer, everybody, you know, had cocktails. It's cold outside.
Now, see, that's where I am different because
it.
I'm a drinking SOB.
Oh yeah.
But I do not drink and butcher.
Oh wow.
Because I've got some sharp ass knives.
Well,
and there's work to be done. I feel like
Yeah.
my grandpa's always kind of hard. Nah, that's not the right word. He was very particular about horseplay so he always raised the beef, and we had a couple other families that would always be involved, and they paid for it. Mm-hmm. And it was always somebody paid for this, you know, saved their money all year, and this has got to last them all year. Don't be wasteful.
Right.
You know, don't horse ass around.
Right.
So I kind of got that mentality, but also it can take forever when everybody gets to drinking and bullshit.
Oh man.
But like my deer, that little deer I did on my own, I think I spent. So there's two things that could have gone into this. So I had a really good shot, which I'm always real proud of. I like to spend time getting ready to know I'm going to put a shot where I want it.
Right.
So the last deer I got, she didn't go very far, maybe 20 yards.
Oh yeah.
So shouldn't have been a lot of adrenaline in there.
Right.
But I spent forever cutting out every bit of fat and silver skin or sinew or whatever you want to
Oh
call it
yeah.
out of that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And my wife and kids couldn't tell they were eating venison. It didn't have any of that gaminess.
Right.
I think it's a mix between not having a bunch of what do you call that when you get all hopped? Gosh,
Adrenaline. Yeah.
And I think just good trimming.
Well,
And I let it
How long did you let it hang? Because that's a big thing too.
So I let it hang.
I beg to differ. See, now that's a good debate, though. It's good that you bring that up.
Well,
because there's a lot of people, and there you go again. Like we were talking earlier about, like beef hangs for 10 days, hogs hang for a week. There's guys that I work with, or know, not necessarily just work with, but one of them does, and the other, like they're big proponents where they'll let their deer hang for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's like a dry age.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. So on this one, it hung all night. So, you know, we got it all field dressed, or probably we didn't field dress. I lucky enough to know a guy with a cooler.
Yep.
So we skinned him and everything and then hung him in the cooler. I got the deer the next evening, so it'd been a little over 24 hours. I came home. I deboned everything.
Yep.
I defat and silver skinned everything. Then I
Right.
cubed it all. When I cubed it all, I put it in strainers, and then put the strainers in a 5-gallon bucket, and I put that in the fridge for a whole other day.
Yeah.
So all that blood would kind of drip out a little bit more.
Right. But you didn't soak it in water.
No, I just let it drip.
That's another big common misconception, and I'm guilty. I used to be that guy. I used to
Because
be
you do it with your fish.
Yeah, used to be like you soak it in salt water, and that salt's going to pull the blood out. Horrible. That makes every time. You ever cut into a roll of deer sausage or summer sausage, and it's just real watery and not good. You cut into that casing, and it's just pure mush. That's because that shit's probably not been properly handled or taken care of, or it's been soaked in water.
Right.
So, getting back to the nuts and bolts of this topic in itself, I brought this up because I know there's a lot of local people around here that have these big
Orange Hat Brigade.
Big, not only Orange Hat Brigade,
butcher
but
parties.
big butcher parties.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, for Dave to say that he's a big like non-butcher drinker, that's mind-boggling. Because like around here, like
That's
that's like a prerequisite.
Yeah.
Because like it's not. I mean, you're having breakfast cocktails. You know, you get up, you kill them, bleed them, scald them. You know, they're working that stuff up same day. Like there's no such thing as like hanging a hog for a week around here. Like maybe
That's
overnight.
why I don't know. So I know a couple
like
of them that have had it, and I would go hang out and drink some beers and get in on it. but I don't know that I would want to. And I'm not trying to judge by no means,
It's just different from what you did.
because I'm very particular.
Right. Right.
Back to the wasteful, like we talk about every year when we butcher back home. The amount of work we do to be sure everybody gets every last ounce of meat they can
Right.
off of their half or whatever they got is probably something nobody else you know what I mean? Nobody else anywhere ever does.
Right.
But because we trim so much, like you don't drain beef, you fry it up and it's just
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
But I've just got that in my head. Not that I'd mind if somebody wanted to have a butcher party. If you're working your deer and I'm working mine, I'll work your deer too.
Yeah.
I might have a beer with you, but I'd rather get the work done and party afterwards.
Can I tell you a funny story about this?
Tell me.
Can we bring the comedic relief back into
Sure.
this? Because I feel
Do
like
you want me to bring you some comedic relief?
Yeah.
I give zero shits about this topic. It is called a grocery store, and you go to it. Honest to God, I've listened to you guys
What a
blow
fucking city
freaking
slicker.
hot air
All right.
for the last 15 minutes.
Here's a good story. So going back to this whole butchering thing and like field dressing, you're talking about smells. And I'm sure everybody's got a story, right?
Oh, yeah.
So for me, growing up hunting very close to the house, within a stone's throw, we were never big field dressers. Why would you field dress it when you could literally just pack it out to the pickup or drag it up with a four-wheeler and then we could hang it, skin it, and then get the guts out so we don't have to fuck with the hair and all that other
Right.
stuff, Well, this particular time, we were really young, and a couple of my dad's cousins are the ones that owns all the farm. Big farm. They don't farm, they lease farm it, but all the woods and stuff, right? Family, it's been in the family for years. One of my dad's cousins invited some of his buddies to hunt out there. And I'm talking, I'm probably my kids' age at this point, 9, 10 years old. And one of this guy, he shoots, I don't know, let's just say for conversation's sake, it was a 6-pointer. Or just a small buck, right? Shoots it like 54 times. I mean, it fucking blows the shit out of this thing, right? Gets her down, boy. We got friggin' horns on
Deer
the ground.
down. Deer
we got
down.
BBD. We got horns on the ground, right? So my dad, my dad hunted early, like me, but these other cats, they didn't really start, because I think my dad's cousin was in the Marine Corps, so he didn't come out on this, wasn't able to hunt till he got out of the Corps and all this stuff. But anyway, they're getting ready to start gutting this deer. We're going to field dress it. And he gets to starting, he gets everything working down and all that stuff. Well, it's time to start doing that meticulous knife work that I'm talking about. Well, all of a sudden we get down to the spot where it's it's pretty touch and go. You get around that stomach, because I don't know if you know what happens when you drink beer or you eat. Your stomach bloats up and everything like that.
Well aware.
Yeah. Well, that happens too to a deer.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought,
Believe
the
it or not, like
physiology of it.
yeah,
all would
like
be
winter
different.
wheat or corn or acorns or whatever, right? So all of a sudden you just hear this massive amount, like this big rush of, it sounds like a tire popping. And then immediately after you hear that sound, you hear the like you hear the ungodly freaking dinosaur freaking puke noise you've ever imagined. And this guy commences just to start yakking his ass off.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, here comes his lunch, dinner, socks, the whole works. and it's like, going back to you talking about the whole smells thing, like that's a thing. Like there's a lot of people that I know personally that legitimately can't do it. Like they cannot gut a deer because the simple fact of the fear of popping that gut sack, popping that stomach, and that smell. And I don't know if any of our faithful listeners have ever smelt that. If you haven't, you're lucky, because it's pretty fucking ripe. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Great topic.
Yeah. Hey,
Great
you know
topic.
what? I don't care what you think. This
You
is
know-
my
you-
topic.
you
This
would've-
is my time.
No,
this is my
here.
time.
This is
Hey.
my time.
This is my time to shine.
Here's what I'll say. I'm envious of those that can do it and have a big passion for it.
I do. That's me. I do. I love it.
And I say that Janelle and I have been married. It'll be 7 years in July. And I think every year I tell her, I think I'm going to get into hunting. Because I did in high school.
Yeah.
I've never killed a deer. Younger brother is the big hunter
Really?
of it
Never?
all. Yeah, never.
There we go. There's another one of those facts.
And I'm envious of it because it's a true passion for a lot of people that do it.
Yeah.
And do it right, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But every time like I talk about it and I think about it and I'm like, I'm busy with work.
Yeah.
I'm busy with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I coach
Well, it's
baseball
something
all
that you
spring.
definitely have to make
I play
time for.
golf all summer. I play golf into the fall.
Well, you
like
can't hunt in the summer.
the way the stuff. I'm just saying
Yeah,
other
I get it.
activities
Yeah,
where
I get it.
instead of getting the bow out and
Yeah,
sharpening my
yeah,
skills.
Yeah.
So I just and I used to pre-CPAP. So for those that might be a topic
We're
for
big
another day.
CPAPers. All
Yeah.
of us. Well,
not a CPAPper.
Smokes,
You probably need to.
Well, I was supposed to ask the doc about it last time I seen him. Jenna told me to tell him, and I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, you
Hey,
probably
doc,
need
next
to.
time around when you talk
Hey,
about that
your
CPAP.
your neck's fat enough. Get it checked out.
Yeah.
But
Join the fighter squad.
I could probably sit down anywhere out in the woods, and it'd just be 15 minutes later I'm out.
Lights out. Yeah.
And then some of that was previous work, stressful, all that other stuff. But
There ain't nothing wrong with a woods nap.
No way, man.
well,
Big fan of the
I'm
woods nap.
I get it, but I could nap at home a hell of a lot easier. But I don't know. I figure I just pick and choose where I spend my money, and I'd rather go buy a new driver or putter or golf bag.
Nothing wrong
Different
with that.
strokes for different folks, man.
Strokes. That's a good thing there with the golf, though.
Yeah.
The beauty of it is
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
we live in America,
Amen.
and we're free to make choices.
You're free white
Hell
21, baby. You can do whatever the hell you
But
want
hey,
to do.
maybe next year I get together
Hey, come on down.
and we just chase some tails.
come on down the hill, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be going here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Me and Smoke, we're going to try.
Yeah,
We're gonna
just
try
don't
to
shoot
do a
each
little
other.
walking, a little cardio. Put the orange hats on, go for a little stroll, see what
Well,
we can
I'm just
find.
going to say don't shoot each other because we need a show.
Nah, we won't. We're
Okay.
safe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Come on down the hill sometime and get in on a little bit of the
If we find something, though, you got to come over for butchering.
the deer cutting action because that's a good time.
Well, because there's a YouTube channel, The Bearded Butcher.
Oh, I'm a big guy,
And
I love him.
I watched him
Yeah,
process
dude.
a deer, and he's going through it.
Lickety split.
And probably more to your original topic because it wasn't about hunting or whatever. It was about deer processing and butchering.
Yeah.
That is a true talent
It's an art, man.
that I wish I
100%.
had.
No.
Because I think you could open up a small-time butcher shop.
Not around
Do
here.
you know how many people?
We got so many butcher shops around here.
I don't know, man.
I've
You
never
know-
been in a county with so many butcher shops.
You know how many people have asked me, or told me, hey, dude, you should, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I'm pretty good at it. Skinning one out, getting her cleaned up, ready to break down. I'm pretty fast at it. I've done a lot.
Yeah.
And not only my own harvests, but others.
Yeah.
Good. I'll hit you up for that, and I'll do the
and that's
butchering.
another buddy that I work with was saying the same thing. He's like, man, me and my buddy thought about, putting something out like, hey, bring your deer over. We'll gut it and skin it and getting ready to debone and everything. And I'm like, you're never going to make it because there's too many guys like me or you or whoever that knows how to do it, and we'll do it on our own.
But, the crazy thing of it is, first off, you see the prices of what some of our local butcher shops.
And
good for them to make
yes,
money.
exactly.
But here's the other thing that worries me. You go to these places, how do I know I'm getting the deer I properly
Well,
did?
yeah,
If you go in there, you won't get the deer.
Exactly. A lot of them are upfront about it. A lot of them are very upfront in the beginning about
You
it.
bring
Like,
100
you brought
pounds,
in
you'll
this-
get your 100 pounds, but it's not going to be your 100
you
pounds.
batch. A lot of them are
But
batch butchers.
you're not as courteous and good of a hunter
No.
as what some
No.
That's
guy
the
that
problem.
goes to.
it
It's
has
back to that adrenaline.
Exactly.
If you shoot something and just wound it,
Yeah.
and you're chasing that deer around for hours and all that adrenaline, it just spoils everything.
that,
in
and
my
if you
opinion.
shoot a big old ruddy buck,
Yeah.
you shoot a big old ruddy buck.
the only
that's
thing you
full-
do with a big old buck is you chop the head off and hang it on a wall. Although that's not how that process works, but
Well, there's times and places for all these other questions and opinions, but
Yeah.
I think driving home, what we're saying is that
it's a true art form.
exactly. And if you want me to skin your buck, give me a call and I'll treat you right. All right, you're up.
So we just through the Thanksgiving holiday,
Yeah.
And I was sitting here when we were thinking about what would be great to talk about. And I was thinking, well, we can go through it on a lot of different levels, but I'm a big Thanksgiving guy. Probably my favorite holiday.
Really?
1, there's no expectation of gifts.
True.
2, I love to cook. I love to smoke meat. I love to grill stuff.
But what do you also love to do? Eat it.
Oh, I love
We love to
I love
fucking
to
eat.
shovel it into this old soup cooler. And but third, I think it's
Down
like
the hatch, baby.
it's a true holiday where you get together, where there's no expectations of anything.
That's right.
Like
that's a weird thing you hit. So I'm a big Christmas guy,
Oh,
Yeah,
but I
here
do
we go.
not like
6 weeks in a row. We've
Yeah.
only done 3 weeks
Well,
of this podcast. 4. But
Well, you guys
yeah.
know how I am about Christmas, but I do get really awkward about gifts. I don't like having to exchange. Like, I want to get my kids gifts.
Right.
If somebody wants
You're a
to get my
good
kids
giver,
gifts,
not a receiver.
Yeah, and even then, like I feel
Oh,
like
boy.
it get no,
Oh,
no, no.
that's a revolving door.
Like it gets too much. Like, oh well, you're my second cousin's brother's uncle's kid. I should
Right.
probably have gotten you. No,
No.
You get your immediate family something if that's what you do, but it's more about
It's kind of like the whole
being together.
It's kind of like the whole wedding invite list. Like, would you give that guy a $20 bill if he needed it?
Smoke? Yeah, I would.
for sure. But I mean, like, you know, like how do you make those cuts? Like, where's the cuts on the
Oh,
gift line?
is that
You
what
know?
you did with that?
Yeah. No, but I mean, I invite.
wedding. What? Tell me. Hold on.
We could go. No,
No, I gotta know what you're talking
no,
about.
no.
There's a rabbit hole.
Oh, we got to be careful too because we want our wives to still love us. Because I'd love to go.
I
into some wedding
overgive. I
planning talking.
overgive at wedding gifts, even if I don't know. I feel
No,
like if I-
no.
We're not talking about the
Yeah.
gifts at the
Oh.
wedding. We're talking about whether or not you make the cut on the
Like
initial
you're getting
list.
invited.
Like you're getting invited.
Oh yeah, if somebody invited me and paid for my supper, like I
That's
feel like
how
the
you
gift
know. That's what I'm saying.
has to be at least enough to cover the cost of two
No,
suppers.
he's
See,
missing
you're
the
missing
point.
the boat.
You're missing the ship.
We done
there.
out the harbor on
Yeah,
this one.
We're already here.
We're talking about
If
Mace and Justine are going to renew their vows
Yeah.
for their 15th wedding anniversary.
yeah,
He's got to put together a guest list
Yeah.
just like he did 15 years ago.
Right.
Who makes that squad?
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I invited. Oh, okay, I'm with you.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, are they worth $20
Yeah, I
or
got you.
50 or 30
I
or
got you.
whatever your food
Yeah.
cost is?
Yeah, I got you.
The beer that they're going to drink, are they worth that to you? And for those that maybe or may not have not made it to my wedding, I truly
Don't you dare
I
put your life under the
I
bus.
truly didn't have anything to do with that list, just so you know.
I could go into
Thanksgiving is awesome. I love Thanksgiving. Number one, obviously, we love to fucking eat.
Yeah.
Let's not forget
Yeah.
that. Number two, turkey is loaded with tryptophan.
I like a good nap.
And tryptophan, what are you looking at me so weird
I'm
for?
just listening.
Did you not know this?
No. I knew
Everybody
it.
knows
Okay,
I just
yeah.
thought I had read some studies that it's really not that big of an impact in what.
Oh.
And that's kind of like an on the street
Oh.
wives'
I
tale
think
thing.
that probably depends on consumption.
So I'm a big proponent for like a Thanksgiving Day nap. Like
No problem with
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so like when I was a kid, man, we'd go over to grandma's, Thanksgiving, the Macy's Day Parade was on, and then the football starts. And then like everybody's literally like snoring,
Yeah.
doing dishes, packing up leftovers, and I'm just snoring my big ass away, man.
Well, but you,
You know what I'm a big fan of, and my wife is not.
What's that?
Well,
The
that could
day
be a lot of
after-
things.
Well, yeah.
The
Where do we
day
start?
after Thanksgiving hangover nap.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You big proponent of the drinking on the Thanksgiving Day?
So we got busy family, and we all live far away,
Yeah.
so you don't get together often.
Right.
So when you do, you make the most of it.
Yeah.
And you burn the midnight. Like I'm weeknight, I'm in bed by 9.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah,
know.
we
Weekend,
know.
if I'm-
we know
if
that.
I'm
We got to
partying
wait
with the
10 hours to
boys,
get a response to a text
like
message.
1 or 2 in the morning is like, holy shit, we really tied one on.
Yeah.
But it seems like when I've got the smoker clan in here, I mean, we're watching the sun come up
Oh
almost.
man, I haven't done that in a
Oh,
while.
boy.
I don't do it very often, but for when
Shout
you got to
out
catch
Kyle
up.
and Ashland. It's been a long time.
But yeah, the day after Thanksgiving hangover nap, my wife is not.
No,
Very
so
supportive of.
in the beginning, and this is a famous Linda Masoner quote.
Oh.
Gotta love Mama Mace.
Oh, yeah.
When used to big proponent for like the night before Thanksgiving going out drinking escapades.
Oh,
and
that
all
was part of my thing.
Yeah.
If anybody had any Thanksgiving Eve
yeah.
bangers of stories.
Right. So we had a lot of them.
Yeah.
We were big proponents for the Thanksgiving Eve.
The overtime.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Exactly right, dude. The overtime would have been so stupid packed the night before Thanksgiving
Oh, just
that you would literally have to suck it in and walk sideways.
Southridge. It'd be
To
a
try,
Southridge
Like
alumni class reunion.
class of whoever.
Yeah, whoever just turned 21.
There would be so many
Is
people
that back in
there.
the time when my neighbor down the way was affiliated there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when they owned it, that family, the Duncan
Yeah.
family.
Okay.
Shout out the Duncan
That's
family.
before I was ever in the county.
Oh,
but
GW and the whole squad, Chunk and Dunk, LLC. Gotta love them all.
Hall of Famer.
That's right. But when dude, the overtime was nuts, man. Like, everybody would go to the
people
overtime.
spilling out the doors.
Yeah, like, literally to the point where, like, hey, man, we're at capacity. The fire marshal is going to shut us down if one more person came in here. And everybody's just jammed in there. It's loud as shit.
Jukebox is playing.
Yeah, it's loud
Windows
as shit.
and doors are wide
Can't-
open because it's 200
can't-
degrees in there.
Exactly. You can't breathe because it's so loud and smoky, and it was just fucking awesome. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
But the next day,
Rough.
you show up to Grandma's for Thanksgiving, and it's also 900 degrees in their house, and it's full of pies and turkey and oyster dressing and all the.
Out on the oyster dressing.
Oh, God.
my
you're
grandma makes both for everybody.
My grandma did too. She made like one specific little pan for my dad and me sometimes, and then like the bigger pan of the normal non-oyster. But I'm in on the oyster dressing. But anyway, my mom, if I had $1 for every year, my mom told me to get your ass up and quit mope-assing around because you're freaking hungover, and get in there and get some food and quit being a son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, just ripping my ass because we're all freaking hungover and dragging ass, you know. But yeah, man, I'm all in on Thanksgiving. I love it. I love every minute of it. Just hanging out, no gifts involved. It's kind of a logistic nightmare, you know, since, you know, jumping from one family to the next. Some people can be here, some people can't be there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough in itself, but like, we try to make the best of it, and we move on.
We so it's interesting for us. Janelle's on her father's side, they'll get together like Thanksgiving morning to lunch. And so on the back half, my mom and dad now adjusted to where it's more of a dinner situation.
Right.
So it's worked out pretty good, but the logistics part, you're right. Because
Yeah,
you're dealing,
it can get tough.
like, people forget about the kids, and you're like, you get up there 10:30, 11 o'clock,
Oh, that's too
get
early
through
for
lunch.
everybody.
Yeah. Especially when they're young. Kids are young. You got to work naps in, and
I've only got one of my cousins. They've got a 3-year-old. We set lunch at 2 to 3, and it was pretty wide open, like 2-ish, 3-ish. But we had folks coming up from the aunt and uncle from the southeast side of Nashville. We had cousin Sarah coming down from Kokomo,
right.
and then grandma and mother and uncle coming from Richmond. But yeah, I think Thanksgiving's a day best served mid-afternoon.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Well, and
the
they-
door
After
open-
football
the-
starts,
See, and they do
doors
it.
open at morning,
whenever.
but
They do it
we're
all
not
day.
eating. We're not official. It's not the meal.
Now, here's the deal. Let me ask you this one more question. When
Yes.
we're talking about Thanksgiving as a whole,
Gotcha.
are you like a one and done guy? Like, you're going to eat your face off one time?
No.
And then kind of check out? Or are you more of like you're going to go get a big ass heaping plate, and then after finishing that, then you're just going to graze?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm
That's how
a
I got this.
huge fucking grazer, man.
You know
I
what?
love that.
I this is gonna sound crazy. I am not wild about the turkey.
Oh,
To
no, me
you-
neither.
to me,
that
you
was
could-
almost one of my
I'm
questions. Turkey
walking.
or ham?
To
That's
me-
what I'm saying. I'm walking by the fucking. I'm gonna eat I'm gonna eat a piece of turkey
Yeah.
just because I have to.
You're just bragging about the tryptophan in it.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not a big turkey guy.
I just think it.
Not downplaying any of the turkey that any of my family has ever served at any of my family functions.
That's a hell of a
But
disclaimer.
9 times out of 10, don't tell anybody that fucking turkey is drier than shit.
They're in a popcorn
And if I ain't got fucking 35 gallons of gravy to choke that shit down, I'm walking by that fucking turkey pot and going straight to the ham, baby.
So
Yeah.
I could just do steaks for everything, but
Oh, That's Christmas time.
Yeah, we do. We do a Christmas tradition with that. But
Yeah.
like it is for me, I love getting to yams and stuffing at that Luke.
Sweet potatoes here in southern Indiana.
Candied yams. What fucking planet are you from?
What are you talking about? That's what we've always called them.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
You fucking sweet potato casserole is what it's called.
Oh, you guys are both full of
You
shit.
fucking hold your pinky up when you eat them yams.
Pass the yams, please.
Oh my gosh.
Mister, draw my boff.
This slander is unreal.
Unreal.
I don't know how. I mean, it's just you're right. It's sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
That are boiled down.
Yeah.
Then they're quartered. You throw a bunch of brown sugar,
Is that where
butter,
they
and marshmallows
qualify
on them.
as
I don't like the
yam?
marshmallows on them.
Oh, I don't like
Big.
it anyway. I think it's all trash.
Where do you guys stand on mixing
Mixing what?
Oh man.
the
Can
food?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
One of my best. It's actually how do I say this? Arguably, at one point in our lives, we could have been brothers. His uncle
What's the milkman?
was not the milkman.
Oh.
Well, no, actually, he was. He worked at the dairy. He did work at the dairy for a long time.
Oh, shit.
Shout out J Boo. But he would go like his Thanksgiving. This is he would. There's no denying this. But his Thanksgiving plate was a bowl, like one single solitary.
I can see
bowl.
that.
And like everything that they had to offer
Just went in.
just went in the bowl.
Yeah.
And at that point it was like mixed into a
That's where it gets crazy.
freaking like Thanksgiving masterpiece. Because his mentality, his thought process was it's all going the same place anyway.
You want to know something?
Let's just make it work.
I forget where I was at, but I was talking. It was this maybe weekend or past or something, and we were talking about it, and they somehow that came up in conversation, and they said they know somebody that if their food on that plate touches,
I know 50 people like
freak
that.
out, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Shut the front door! There's no way."
Yeah. Have you ever seen the divider plates?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't want anybody to tell me how big my portion should be.
No way. Don't
This is
tell me how to
Don't
live my
portion
fucking
shame.
life.
Don't portion shame.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
That's
It's
how
Thanksgiving.
Hey, when we start rolling out merch, our husky size shirts.
There it is.
Don't portion
Don't
shame.
portion
Don't portion
shame.
shame.
Trademark, copyright,
That's
whatever
right.
else. it
Don't
needs
tell
to
me
be.
how to live my life.
Yeah.
I don't mind food touching. I don't mind mixing, but I intentionally, when it comes to Thanksgiving, one of my favorite things to do is you put down
Mashed
a bed of
potatoes.
mashed potatoes,
Corn.
well, stuffing
Oh.
or dressing, whatever you call it.
Yep.
Then the corn,
Yeah.
then a little cottage cheese because the cold with the warm.
no.
Who has cottage cheese at Thanksgiving?
That's awesome.
The Pilgrims and Indians were churning cottage
Hey,
cheese to
you
have
go
at the
Pilgrims.
first
Were you-
Thanksgiving.
were you there?
There wasn't any cottage cheese that came over on the Nina or the Pinta.
the Mayflower. By the way, I'm surprised that more people were like, "This dumbass didn't know what
Motherfucker,
boat."
This guy should have paid more attention in fucking geography.
It's not even geography; it's world history.
Fat ass guy.
That's what I said. That's what I meant. The Mayflower.
Yeah,
That's not
Anyway,
what you
I'm
said.
out on the cottage cheese. Dude.
Yeah, the cottage cheese is where
Wow.
you take a turn for the worst.
That's weird.
I tell you what, there's
Thanksgiving is
something
intentionally-
about the cold and the warm together and the textures. I like it.
Yeah, the
boy.
FBI profiler's back.
Here we go again.
Thanksgiving is a carbohydrate holiday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hands
I love
down.
Obviously not if you're adding cottage
if you're on the
cheese there,
keto
Smoke.
diet, if you're on the keto diet,
Not your day.
you might as well go jump off a
You
bridge.
better just take an Ambien
Just stay
and
home.
sleep in.
Just stay home.
I'll enjoy all that cold turkey.
Just stay home, bro.
So, favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Oh fuck, man, ham. I'm sorry, yeah, ham. So when I was a kid, those rolls, the split top rolls
Oh.
that Grandma would, they came in like a cardboard pack.
Yeah, and you warm them up,
And you
they
put
got
them in the
cross
oven
the
for
top.
here a little bit, and it's like a pillow top roll.
Yep.
I'm splitting that in half,
muffin
Yep.
top.
and I'm putting a small piece of ham in there,
Ooh,
one pat of butter,
one pat of butter.
like
oh, you slicing a little butter off
yeah,
there,
we're a stick butter family.
yeah, I got you.
Are you a
Well-
stick butter person all year round?
Yes.
So are we.
So I never was though.
We're not.
Really?
I grew.
Margarine is so terrible for you when it
It
goes
is.
inside your
It
We
is.
system.
don't
I
do
grew-
margarine. They put butter in containers too.
I know, but my grandma, so here, my grandma.
Wild Bill's wife.
No, my mom's
From
Gotcha.
Stendale.
the Stendale family.
Stendale.
Dale.
Grandma Mary
Shout out
and
Stendale.
Papa Marvin. They were big butter spread, but it was like Daisy the cow, like when Daisy
Blue Bonnet?
No, it was Daisy in the butter dish.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was real butter in a spreadable fashion.
Yeah.
Me down here at 604 Fifth Street, Holland, Indiana.
Yep.
Shout out Fifth Street Squad.
Shout out Linda and Jay.
That's where we were big country crockers. Which country crockers is not butter. It's
Margarine.
It's
So
a,
we
it's a
use, we
spread.
do the Land O'Lakes.
So do we now. We do Land O'Lakes with the Indian on the package
Yeah, we do too.
because we're
Native American.
We love the Native Americans on there.
Yeah.
That's where we at. So at Thanksgiving though, it was whether it be let me rephrase
Actually,
it.
now that you say that, like when we had fancy occasions, we use stick butter.
For
we
sure.
didn't get out the tub butter.
No,
When
so,
you let it sit, you
Go
got to
ahead.
let it sit on the counter all the time. Like
Oh,
our butter
yeah.
sits out all the time.
yeah, ours does too. Did you know that?
I got a butter dish. It's a stick butter all the time, so it's room temperature.
Butters is not to be.
It's not like revenge. It's not
So
best
your
served
facial
cold.
expression right now was my facial expression 20 years ago when I first met my wife. 17
I was going
years
to say
ago.
20 years
17.
ago.
If you ever
17.
butter your bread at my house, it's been sitting on the counter since the day it was
For
opened
a
from
week.
the packet.
Yeah. Same with my wife's family.
You savage.
My mind was blown, dude. Like I'm like, hey, are you going to put that butter up? That's going to rot. And she looked at me like I had 15 heads. Like, what are you talking about? Put the butter in the fridge. And I'm like,
That wasn't a red flag for you to get out?
the butter goes in the fridge. Dude, it's a game changer. It blow your freaking mind, dude.
It's so spreadable.
It's awesome.
That's how we knew when to turn the heat on in the house. The butter
Getting
wouldn't
hard.
spread.
Getting
I
hard.
was like,
Yeah.
well, fuck, I guess it's time.
Yeah. So like now in my life, as I have transitioned to a strict stick butter family,
Yeah.
it pisses me off. Like in the morning, I make breakfast.
When it's fucking hard. There's no fucking thawed butter.
Yeah, my wife is a big toast girl. She loves toast. Sometimes she won't even eat bacon. She'll
English
just-
muffins.
She'll just go straight for the toast, or the kids want butter and jelly toast, and the butter is so hard you can't spread it.
Fucking worthless.
Waste of time. Yeah,
You
crazy.
got to go to soft butter, bud.
Yeah, dude. Anyway,
I-
favorite Thanksgiving dish: split top roll, one small piece of ham with a little bit of butter in that, and I'm dipping it in Plockman's mustard. Only Plockman's.
Oh,
Don't get me that fucking Kraft bullshit or any other goddamn
Fucking Heinz.
crap.
Plockman's
want
with the
original,
lines
the
and the
yellow,
long red
the
top.
little yellow barrel.
you want to know something?
Plockman's
Barrel,
mustard,
that's what
man.
it is.
Old Frankie one time stopped by. He comes out for dinner on Sundays.
Yeah,
And we had non-Plockman's mustard.
get out of here.
And he freaking shamed
Did he
us.
leave?
About damn
Tell him
did.
come down the driveway. I'll
He
give
about
him
damn
some.
did. And
Yeah.
you know what? Ever since then, buying extra Plockman's.
Yeah,
You know what I'm going to say? I feel bad because I'm the same way. That's the only mustard I like. Every once in a while, she'll get different, and I'll deal with it.
yeah.
But that is the first time I've ever heard it called Plockman's. I've always said Plotchman's.
Oh God.
Boy.
How do
My
you say
whole-
my name?
Masoner?
No, the first one. It starts with a Z.
Zach. Got it. Yeah.
Zach.
Well, I'm just saying.
CH.
I see now why you would call it that, and I'm agreeing to change my ways.
Smoke, favorite Thanksgiving meal. Or dinner.
If I got to pick a dish, which is the question,
Well, there was a lot of them there.
probably
I just-
turkey dressing. Like out of everything, I think that's the best. My grandma's turkey dressing. Like some of it sucks, but when Dorothy shows up and
Shout out Dorothy.
yeah,
She.
Oh,
Sounds
Dorothy.
good.
I like the oyster dressing too, but the turkey dressing I like better.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I love Thanksgiving. We're all in on Thanksgiving.
All in, obviously.
Not only to eat, but just to give thanks and spend time.
Oh
with
yeah,
family.
that too. We're very thankful people.
Ocean spray, cranberries in the can.
That's your favorite?
Get out of
I just want to say,
Have you been hanging? Wild Bill, that was his jam.
hey, I tell you what though, there's
It's not a jam; it's a sauce.
we were at Sam's Club a while back. They had like a multi-pack. That baby went in the cart because I will get in a hunger every once in a
For
while.
some canned cranberry sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And I'll eat the whole berry too. I don't judge. I'll go whole berry or go jellied. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say
I don't like the buried.
I like this stuffing. I like what we do with it. Little homemade recipe.
Yeah.
It's good. So yeah, love Thanksgiving. Smoke, up to you, brother.
All right. Well, we're 4 episodes in now. I think everybody's probably picking up that we're eaters and beer drinkers.
Yeah.
They could have guessed that by the size of us. It's not 8. Nobody once thought.
I wonder how many people have thought, man, what kind of chairs are they using?
Yeah. Good ones.
Do you think them guys eat a
7
salad
6.
on occasion?
Good ones.
But I was trying to think of something, and this popped up recently because, we got a concert coming up next year trying to plan for.
Yeah.
And I was like, because we've talked before, favorite place to drink is home, whether home be Smoker's Lounge down at 1025, just with close people, your circle.
Right.
So my topic I wanted to pick, what's your favorite thing to do? And now not a boozy thing, not like the night before Thanksgiving at the bar, but your favorite public place or activity. Because I think I'm a bit of I'm a people person, but I'm an introvert. I just
Yeah, you
being
are.
home.
Awkward socially.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it.
Don't help
Socially
the
awkward.
FBI profiler.
No, social anxiety is a thing, man. I know
I don't think he
several
has
people
social anxiety.
like that.
Oh, I do.
I do. Yeah.
I think I deal with it well.
I don't think you deal with it well at all. Actually, I retract my previous statement to say when he's around somebody he doesn't know, like that maybe you and I
Quiet
know,
as a fucking church
mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could just sit in the corner.
I
You
got
wouldn't know
another
he's
buddy
there.
like that too, that just genuinely hates people, and he's like super homebody, and it takes a while to get his egg to crack.
Now, once the egg's cracked, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Or if I'm drunk, then,
Yeah.
then it's like
I'm
no
Barry
Well, I
big
mean,
deal.
we go back to
Barry
last
Badgernath.
episode. You're
Barry
cursing at me
Badgernath.
about working concession stands.
Who's Barry Badger?
Middle school
I'm
baseball.
better when I'm drunk.
But back around here, the topic, social place or activity. I'll tell you mine right now, just to kick it off. And I guess beer happens there, but a Cardinals game. We take
Yeah.
the kids to a Cardinals
I knew it was
game, and it's
coming.
like a weekend.
I hate the
Maybe not even a
Cardinals.
weekend. But baseball
Because you're
together.
a fucking Cubs fan.
You're a Cubs fan?
Yeah, dude.
I'm
he
just
is.
learning this?
Yes.
Jeez.
Which really struck me when we were talking about getting these tickets for our super weekend in
Yeah.
June. Like whenever we said we were going to go to a Cardinals game.
I'm wearing a
Cubs
Cubs hat
fan?
for sure.
And that's fine. You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I
care.
like. I hate the.
I wore a red sweatshirt to my first time at Wrigley.
I would like to go to a Cubs game. I'd like to see the Cubs play the Cardinals
It was
at
neat.
Wrigley.
Oh yeah, it was
Been
cool.
there, done that.
I probably can't afford it now. Ticket prices are stupid.
But
Thanks
Jesus,
a lot,
we're going
Taylor
all over.
Swift.
But that's my thing. What's
everything
something you
to
like to
nickel.
do, like a public, everybody get out there and there's people everywhere and it's not necessarily a drinking thing. What do you like to do when you got to be an extrovert?
I'm a festival guy.
Oh,
Huge festival.
see
guy.
that.
Yeah. So in our small hometown here in Holland, Indiana, we have a big fest in the September month.
It's always my birthday weekend.
Yeah, the Holland Street Fest. It started on Main Street.
now it's in the park.
Now it's moved to the park. It's
Big
big.
time.
Food vendors,
Had a
crafts,
great
live
tribute
bands.
band.
yeah, events, live music, beer garden, all kinds of things to do. You see people that you haven't seen for a long time. You get to eat great food. A lot of local organizations put together food booths for charity and fundraising and all that stuff, And I'm a huge festival guy, whether it be the Holland Fest or the Herbs Fest up in Huntingburg.
Now, being a transplant, an outsider,
Yeah,
there is I do like how every community
yeah.
in Du Bois County here in Indiana has a festival.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You want to know why that is? Because all these communities used to hate each other, so you had big. I don't know. I was just making that
I
up.
don't know about that.
I believe when I moved outside looking in, I thought this was just a real good. I mean, my wife's from here. That's why I moved here.
Yeah.
But what drew me in was it seemed like a very family focused
Oh yeah,
type of
man.
place. Like,
So
this is a good place
with
to raise a
festivals
family.
being said, like in Huntingburg, I work for the street department in Huntingburg, and we have the Huntingburg puts on those Fourth Fridays.
Oh, those are cool.
in the summertime.
Blast.
They've
done really good
It's
with
a
that.
lot of fun, man. Fourth Friday down at Market Street Park. Usually kid friendly. No, it's
Always
not usually. It's
kid-friendly.
always kid friendly with bounce houses,
Food vendors. Live
very
music.
safe. It's very safe. You can let your kids go be kids. You don't have to, necessarily helicopter parent. You can just
That's
kind
just the
of,
word that was in my head.
yeah, like you could just let them go and do their, you always got the kids throwing the football over here. You got the bounce houses over there. You got the little, the big group swing and stuff like that.
Right.
You got live music playing, food trucks. It's BYOB for those that like to partake in the alcoholic beverages. You can bring your own cooler in and stuff like that. And I just, Friday evening after work, it starts at 5 o'clock. It's just a great time to go sit down and relax, just unwind from the work
Socialize,
week. And I love, like when I'm thinking public settings, I'm thinking most of the time festivals, man. I'm a big fest guy.
I don't know how to answer this.
Really?
Wow.
Well, because I guess
Freaking hermit.
a little bit. I will say I think when you talk about favorite thing or public place, public activity, I love coaching baseball.
Yeah.
It's weird, it's not big time, it's nothing exciting, but when it's a game day, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And it's
Big baseball guy.
I enjoy it.
You are.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the kids. I enjoy going out and to compete. I enjoy seeing, kids have success and have failures and how do you deal with it.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a strong proponent of coaches that volunteer their time for kids because I know I was just thinking about it today. We're going to turn the corner on the calendar and freaking it's baseball season, which is crazy.
Yeah. Spring training.
With a new one coming in early January, which I don't know how that's going to work. But,
Yeah.
but I love it. So I think I love that aspect of it, but I really enjoy playing golf league at Huntingburg Country Club.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
It is
That's
a great.
banger.
It's a bunch of guys that are
Wish I had more time. I'd
community
probably partake.
guys. They're there. You're having a few beers. You're going out and competing a little bit.
Eating good food too.
Yeah.
One team
Oh, yeah.
cooks each week.
Yeah,
good
and
food,
it is
different
really
time.
good. And I mean, I can't play. I used to play church league softball here in
Yeah.
Holland. Can't anymore. It's just pulled hammy is not worth legging out a double.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
can't
not-
miss work. I can't afford to miss work because I'm all
Yeah.
stoved up from softball.
Yeah. So I guess that'd probably be it. Those kind of, but those are limited social settings with certain people. But I will say, the baseball aspect, because I think it goes back to a dream job.
So you could be a potential you could be a potential ballpark guy too, like Smoke, just like baseball in general, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think the major league side of it. Go support your local minor league parks.
Oh yeah.
DuBois County is very fortunate to have the Bombers.
Oh, it's a
They're
good time.
great.
That is a
It
good
is
time.
really. It's very kid friendly.
It's
They
awesome
really work
time.
hard to make it succeed.
Yeah.
Like-
Great concessions now.
You go
with our good buddy Bubba down the
Yeah.
road here, catering by Meyer.
Yeah,
cranking out some quality.
and you go to
food down
these
there.
minor league parks.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the Indianapolis Indians, the
Oh,
Louisville
yeah,
Bats,
Louisville Bats.
these places like that. You're not paying big league price. Last time I was there, you're not.
Yeah.
And it's super kid friendly, because you got to support those minor league organizations. But there's also something you mentioned, Wrigley. You're sitting in the bleachers drinking a $35 beer.
Yeah.
The nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
But it's tough.
It's
but-
one and done type deal.
Yeah, but probably that kind of setting.
Yeah.
And again, anywhere where we're drinking beer, I'm all for it.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, let's get into these rapid fires, man. I've really been growing to like this.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
a
I've been
popular.
getting good input. I think people
Yeah,
like it.
a lot of people been
It's a-
reaching out.
So we
Let's
like the
keep 'em
questions.
coming.
Keep it
It's
coming.
a popular segment, and actually, we've got two rounds of them today.
Okay.
One of them actually comes from somebody's mother.
Oh.
Yeah,
Shout out Marjorie Bell over there in Richmond, Indiana.
Marjorie.
How you doing,
big,
Mom?
Thanks, Miss Marjorie.
big fan of the podcast.
Yeah. We love it.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. But I wrote it in here, Smoke's mom. So, and I kind of took what she presented, and I want to throw it in a way because you two are big beer guys.
Oh,
we
yeah.
learned that last
We
podcast.
like that.
And I enjoy a little bourbon. Got into it a little bit over the Thanksgiving holiday, and it's okay. But sip bourbon or take shots.
I'm a barfer with shots. I can't take shots without barfing. I can be sober as a church mouse. If I take a shot, it's something about the burning on that Courage hanging ball, and it all comes out.
No, but it could be any shot. Like if I poured a lemon drop.
Oh, no, I don't like those, but the rattlesnakes at JR. Oh, yeah. Those all day.
Yeah.
By the way, did you see the comment in our last video that if us three went to JR's bar, somebody was going to...
Yes, sir. Hometown gold. Austin Lovell's going to go down there with us. So I'm ready to go.
Is he a friend of the podcast?
Oh, he's a friend of the podcast.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, is he going to buy? Is he going to support our JR's habit?
No. I don't think he's going to support us.
He
but
just
he'll
wants
go
to see
Enable.
three fat guys sit out at a bar, drink beer, and eat pizza.
I
So
think
now
he
what
wants
this-
to be part of the conversation.
So what this shot, are we specific? Now, the question reads, sip bourbon or take shots
Yeah.
of bourbon or
That's
just
where I was
in,
hung up.
or in general?
Well, I would assume, as dignified gentlemen as we are, we'd sip bourbon.
I always mix bourbon with Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, you communist.
Yeah, I don't drink. I'm not much of a neat drinker.
Drink the better stuff.
Yeah.
You know the secret to it? Well, this defeats the purpose of rapid fire. What about you?
I'm taking shots.
Yeah. Shots.
I'm really not surprised though too much.
Everybody, shot.
This one I kind of modified. All the money in the world, and you could have what you wanted. Jeep, motorcycle, muscle, and or vintage car.
Motorcycle.
Motorcycle for sure.
Amen, brothers. Hey, let's not forget that the Wondering Dutchman started as a 3-man motorcycle gang.
only one of us
with
got a
one
motorcycle.
bike.
Yeah,
with one bike.
So those were from Smoke's mom there.
Yeah.
She had another one about horses, but I'm out on horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I didn't want to. My wife is a big
You're
horse
soon to
person.
be.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, I did.
Don't you dare.
Get him, Janelle.
They're going
He
to be in
loves
your
them.
front yard. She doesn't even listen to this.
I know.
She'll
Mine
listen to it
neither.
someday.
Mine neither.
So the next one, because we all have kids, and you two do have school-age kids,
Oh, yeah.
and our buddy A-Hole, the Raider living over there in Wildcat Country, for your children, tray lunch like at school or make their lunch before school?
I ain't got time to be packing no lunches. They're eating what's on the tray.
Tray lunch, especially in the last 2 years since it was gratis.
Yeah, it was free.
Really?
Thanks for all the
Tax dollars at
tax
work?
dollars at work.
Yeah.
That's right. Free lunch for sure.
But yeah, there's no time for packing lunches
No,
here at
they're
the
eat-
Smoker
they're
household in
eating
the
it.
morning.
They're eating the lunch.
Drive them to school or on the bus?
Dad puts them on the bus when mom's off work because she works 312s as a nurse. If she's off, she'll drive them into school on the day she's off.
Right. So my wife worked night shift for like 100 years, so she was able to. I actually took them to my mom's, so my mom would take them to school in the morning. And then now that my wife has actually had a monstrous career change, she's able to take them. So they do not ride the bus in the morning, but they ride it on the way home.
Oh, yeah, my kids always ride the bus. Unless it's like a dentist appointment, they're
Right.
riding the bus home.
Yeah.
Ideal amount of years between children.
9 months. Or however the doctor says to wait before she's ready to go again. Keep them close, boys. Keep them close.
So we kept ours. We had 5 years between the first and second, and 4 years between the second and third. And maybe I said that backwards. And
Too
it's
much
been
time.
cool for like the oldest can help with the next one, or at least by the
Yeah.
time there's another one that you got to like keep the eagle eyes on.
Yeah.
The one before it, you can trust a little. But with that being said, I think I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, until like 2 years ago, I think we bought diapers for 14 years straight. Like we spent money on diapers.
Yeah. I got
for
lucky.
over a decade.
I got lucky and had 2 in one shot.
Yeah.
So, and then we had Eleanor. Eleanor's 2 years, so that's why I say 9 months. But I think for me and my brother, I know this is rapid fire and we're going a little too deep, but me and my brother were 8 years apart, and we're a lot closer now than we ever have been, just because we're older now and we can relate to a lot more things.
Well,
But-
you say that. You're not wrong. Like, there's 6 years between my older brother.
Yeah.
And I would say that him and the youngest one, as we were growing up, got a lot together.
Yeah.
Like, it was gang up. I mean, that's
Yeah.
typical. Somebody's going to say, oh, it's middle child bullshit.
Gangbusters. Yeah.
But, yeah, I think I would say I'd agree with that.
yeah. Keep them tight, baby.
Yeah, we're going. There's 2 years, about a little more than 2 years and change.
Yeah.
And then a little bit more, 2 years and change. I couldn't imagine having 9 years
Yeah, it's
from
tough.
youngest to oldest, but we're always freaking fighting and feuding.
That's right.
They always
Those
are.
are good ones. Good rapid fires.
Yeah,
I love
and
it.
we appreciate them.
Yeah.
A little
Keep
bit
coming.
more of not a rapid fire, maybe more of a
Yeah.
semi-automatic fire.
So hopefully next episode we got some in the bank.
Yeah, well, the reaction's been so good, it's been tough to kind of.
We got some rapid fires in the bank, and hopefully these next ones coming up will be more.
Yeah, we'll get to them.
Yeah, they're going to be more.
We don't plan on quitting anytime soon.
No way, man. We're in for the long haul.
Final thoughts?
I can't wait to see what happens, man.
As in
The future with this thing. I'm having a blast. We're four.
Oh, you're talking about the podcast.
Yeah. No, I got to pee really bad, so I want to wrap this up pretty quick. But I think what we're doing, like and share the hell out of it. If you like our podcast and you enjoy listening and you think it's funny, do us a favor and tell somebody else that hasn't heard about it. Like it, share it.
That's the mission for this
That's right.
week.
That's right. That's our mission. Let's see where we can go with this.
I agree. I've been watching. So this is episode 4. I've been watching pretty close to view counts go up and hours watch go up.
That's right.
We're only on YouTube. We are so close to that logo being done. And once that's done, we can fire this off on the Spotify, Amazon Music, get the Facebook page up and going.
That's right. We're on the
all the
cusp.
likes and all the good comments. Got to share it. Get it to your friends that may not just see that you liked it. If you can, we'd appreciate it. If you can't, we get it too. But in the very beginning, it's man, I'm pulling. By the time we record, set up everything to do this, and I tear it down, and we get it edited and get it on the internet for everybody to see. It's man, all that time went into this. But when everybody's liking it and digging it and
That's
still
what makes it
watching
worth
it's
it,
man, okay,
This is cool.
let's do it again.
That's right.
And every week it's been more exciting than the last week,
That's
and I'm
right.
getting more amped up for
That's
it.
right.
So, if you're out there watching and listening, or if you got complaints, you think, man, I'd watch it more if this.
We want that
Yeah.
too. We want those
Because
too.
all we've seen is the good feedback, and that's great. But if you
Yeah.
got some constructive criticism,
Again, that constructive
construction. Kiss your favorite.
Yeah, that constructive criticism can't be, hey, jackass, lose some weight.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's not
Yeah,
gonna
we all
happen.
know the
that's
odds.
part of
Yeah.
it. Go.
Yeah,
Don't pick the low-hanging fruit.
that's right.
We
got that.
Damn, I just, we get through Thanksgiving, a ton to be thankful for.
That's right.
We got good health and things are going well, and you just stop and smell the roses, enjoy it.
That's
it's
right.
crazy. Doing this has been a blast. I
So
love,
far.
yeah, so far. We haven't had any major fights, or none of us have ended up on TMZ, which is great.
Not yet.
But I
We're a
hope
month
it
in.
doesn't happen.
Yeah,
12th of a year.
that's right.
Yeah. So, but it's great. We love the people that listen to it. Heard some things about it being long, but we do it one shot,
That's
one
right.
day a week.
That's right.
And I think that's why we see those view counts go up. I mean,
Bust it up.
I would have never
Do what you
thought
gotta
we hit
do.
over 1,000. That's crazy to think about. There's been
right.
1,000 people.
That's right.
3 dumbasses to get together. But sometimes you stop to think and you're like, this can't be real. But then you look at some of these real podcasters. We're real podcasters.
We're in.
Podcast.
We're
Yeah.
real podcasters. But you look at some of these guys, and you were talking about it earlier about not the Meat Eater crew, but the other one.
The hunting public.
Yeah.
They started small. And,
Start from nothing,
Yeah.
and they just keep grinding.
yeah.
And I mean, that's the crazy thing. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep doing it.
Bringing you content.
Yeah,
That's the good stuff.
It's not crazy. It's not. I mean, we come from diverse backgrounds, but thankful for you guys and Smoke. You put a lot of work into it. If you could see the behind the scenes, this guy's running around here like a chicken with his head cut off.
cut off.
And me and Mace just get a walk in, sit out, mic check, and then start drinking beer.
Roll, baby,
And also to our wives,
for letting us do it.
because they're not going to listen to this anyways, but so our fans know that we're not just pretentious dicks.
Yeah.
We appreciate them
Yeah.
allowing
Giving
us
us
to do
the get
this.
out of jail free card. once a
Yeah,
week.
and it is, and it's going to be, it's great that they do that so far, but, I don't know. Hopefully they keep letting us do it.
That is right. You
Yeah.
done?
Oh, you had
piss.
to pee.
I got to piss
Hey,
like a racehorse.
cheers to this. Dutchman are out.
That's right.
Take
Next
care.
week, Dutchman out.